welcome back to today's video. So today I'm going to be filming a mini Q&A whilst I'm sorting out Esme's clothes. So Esme's room is actually such a mess. I've not really showed it in videos because it is such a mess. She doesn't obviously stay in here, she stays in our room. And we ended up, when she was in my belly still, I sorted out all of her clothes, but then the chest of drawers that we had that were left in this house from my nan broke. So we ended up buying a new set of drawers from IKEA, which are much slimmer, so they hardly fit anything in that was in there already. So it ended up just meaning that clothes were left in bags in bigger sizes because there was nowhere to put them. And obviously Esme's cot, I'll show you, you're going to be so disgusted, it's so messy. All these boxes are basically full of Esme's medical equipment, and then these are just some 69 clothes that my mum's bought for Esme as well. So like I said, it's such a mess, but I'm not going to be sorting that today. What I'm going to be sorting is her 3 to 6 clothes that she's still wearing now. I'm basically just going to go through the sleep suits and stuff and see which ones are shorter in the leg, because she's quite tall. A lot of the stuff, like the dresses and stuff like that, she's not grown out of, but like I said, the sleep suits, she's not quite grown out, but they're getting a bit small, so I'd rather just move up a size or sort out the ones that still fit. So I'm going to get them all out, put them on the floor, and then sit on the floor with you guys and do a Q&A, because I asked on Instagram last night if anyone had any questions, so that's what I'm going to be answering today. So these are the IKEA drawers that I was on about. They're quite slim, and each drawer, like, they look quite big, but they're not. They're quite small. So this is Esme's sleep suits. This is all the 3 to 6 pyjamas, and then these are the vests. So to be honest, I'm not using these vests at the minute because she's just wearing long sleeve vests. So in this top drawer, a lot of it is in the wash because, like I said, she's wearing it all the time. But these are her 3 to 6 vests. And normally, like, I just organise them so they're kind of like overlap like this. I'm being fairly quiet because Esme's asleep in my room next door. So this is how I normally organise them, obviously, when it's full. And then these are her jumpers, and there's like a couple of cardigans there as well. And then this will normally be full of vests as well. So I'm just going to get all these pyjamas out, like I said, and just measure the sizes and see which ones I'm going to be keeping, like putting away in the loft for another baby, and which ones she's still going to be wearing now, and then which ones I'm going to be giving away because we have got quite a lot. And then in the next drawer, it needs organising. These are basically outfits, and then these are short sleeve t-shirts, which obviously because this time of year she's not really been wearing many of them. And then these are all tights, but she wears them quite a lot. And then these are the cutest little boots. My sister got Esme these, so she needs to wear them actually. She might wear them today. And the bottom drawer is all 6 to 9, but it's really full and it doesn't shut because there's too many stuff. So obviously once I sort out the other drawers, some of that stuff can move into them. And then this is also the breast pump that I've been borrowing from the Clef palette team, but I'm not really using that now because obviously it's a plug-in one and I don't need that. I've got my Spectra, so that has just stayed in here. But when the Clef nurse next visits, I'm going to give her that back because it takes up a lot of room. So in this drawer, these are all Esme's trousers. She's got a lot. She's got way more than me. And these are all her long sleeve tops. So like I said as well, I need to go through them. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm going to try talk quite quietly, but I really hope that you can hear me because obviously, like I said, Esme is next door. So I've just got everything out of her wardrobe, so a lot of it is in these IKEA dividers. So I've just got them all out in sections. Everything is in front of me, so I have to keep getting back up. And I'm just going to sort it out whilst doing my little Q&A. So I have got my little trusty notebook that I had in my autumn tag and my get to know me tag. So I'm just going to be using that to go through the questions. So there's not too many, so I'm going to obviously do a question and sort that out and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say who asked every question, but I've got some questions from Tegan Olivia. She was linked in my get to know me tag. I've got some questions from Mrs. Lauren Howe. She comments on a lot of my videos. She's really lovely. Who else did I get questions from? My a good friend of mine called Mackenzie, who I met when I was travelling around Europe, but I haven't actually spoken to her for a while because obviously she lives in Canada, and quite a few other people as well. So it was my first time using the Instagram stories. Yesterday when I asked the question, I'm a bit of a novice. I've never used anything like that. I don't know how to ask the question, so I figured it out by myself. Well, Google told me how, and yeah, so I asked the question, and then I was sitting there for ages thinking I haven't got any questions, and then it just popped up the notification saying swipe up to see answers. So I swiped up and then there was loads of questions. So yeah, I thought nobody was talking to me yesterday, but yeah, I had quite a few. And And I want to thank Tegan for her spam as well of questions. So I'm just going to pick off a few, like I said, and then go through the outfits as well. There's just a few clothes up here. So the first question is, what's Esme's favourite food? So I just did the recent weaning haul and like weaning updated tips and stuff like that. So I don't really know what Esme's favourite food is. I would probably say it's the little baby puffs that you can get, like the Ella's Kitchen ones. They do like quite chunky parsnip puffs or carrot puffs. She absolutely loves them, but to be honest, like anything that you give her as finger food, she loves it. So I made her some pancakes, little banana pancakes. I have got the recipe recorded for that and I will be uploading that at some point. So she quite liked them as well. What I did is put like yogurt on them and then she ate it, so she really liked them. It's like the little baby wafers that I spoke about in my video. She had a rusk yesterday, and I think because she's teething, she literally ate pretty much the whole rest. That she was like shoving it in. Yeah, I'd say probably puffs, to be honest. So what I'm going to be doing is just measuring like the sleep suit. So this one was kindly given to me by a friend. It's really cute. It's got all these little flowers and butterflies on. So she's not wore this, but it's pretty long, so I think that's going to fit her. So this one with Minnie Mouse on, which is cute. So how's Esme sleeping? Is she sleeping through the night? So I'm going to be talking about this probably in my 5-month update for Esme. Esme is actually almost 6 months old, so I really need to do the 5-month update soon. So that will be coming. But she's not sleeping through the night. I've kind of, I reached out on Facebook to the Tubi Facebook group, basically for other mums that have got tube fed babies, and kind of asked about changing Esme's routine, because we're obviously under the dietitian and she kind of sets out when Esme should eat and how much and stuff like that, and obviously based on her weight we up her feeding every so often, so she is getting enough, because obviously it's not like she can just take a bottle and choose how much she wants. Like, we have to pump it into her stomach, so we have to be careful we're not giving her too little or too much. So that's obviously one thing. And with that, I've basically got rid of her midnight feed now. So I didn't want to stay up to midnight every night to feed her when she wasn't really waking for it. We was always feeding her for literally the longest time, probably since she was about 2 months old or something. We've been feeding her while she's asleep. So I just never really thought that we could drop that. So eventually now, and I was a bit scared as well, I thought if we dropped that she would wake more frequently, but we dropped it and it didn't make a difference. So we've dropped that feed now. She doesn't wake up for that one and she doesn't have that. So she usually goes down, and we've also made the feed at night earlier. So she used to have that at 9, so she'd go down about anywhere between 9:30 and 10. So now she has her last feed anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30, and she's usually down by 8:30 or 9 at the latest, and then she wakes up anywhere between 2:30 and 3:30 for a feed, and then she'll have that feed, and then she usually goes back down until about 7:30 or even sometimes 8, but I'm not that lucky sometimes. So we've got these cute little pyjamas. These are from Asda. I actually bought these in 3 to 6 and 6 to 9 when I was pregnant because they're so cute. If you can see, they're like this little flannelette material and they're absolutely adorable. She's only worn these once, but I'm going to put her in these tonight, I think, because they're so cute. Sometimes their pyjamas are a bit of a faff because you have to take the whole trousers off at night when you're changing them. So this one's going to be going, I'm going to give this one away, I think, because we've got too many and it's going to be too small now. This one was kindly bought for us from a lady I used to work with. It says, it's got like the tiny tatty teddy on it. I love this one. But again, that's probably a bit small, so I'm going to keep that, put that away for another baby. The next question was from Lauren, and it's, what's Esme getting for Christmas? So I've actually recorded a video of this as well. I filmed it the other day. I'm just waiting for a bit to put it up because I didn't want to start Christmas too early because I wanted to do like Vlogmas. So I'm probably going to talk at the end of this video about my plans for Christmas filming. Yeah, I'm going to touch on that anyway, but basically for Christmas I filmed a video of what I've got for Esme, and then I've like done a wrapping video as well from wrapping it, and it'll probably, well, I think it'll probably be in the same video, to be honest. But yeah, that's the plan. But just to touch on that, what Esme is getting for Christmas is quite a lot of little bits, really, like books and stuff, but you have to go watch the full video to see. So the next question is, how are you getting on with the dogs and Esme? So if anyone knows, when Esme came home from hospital, the dogs were living with us before because they are my dogs, but when Esme first came home, the dogs ended up living, well, they went back to live with my mum because we had to stay in special care with Esme for a few nights, and then after that they stayed at my mum's for the first couple of months, just because Esme had like literally so many medical appointments, and if you don't know my dogs already, one of them, especially Rolo, is quite anxious about people, so with the nurses and stuff coming in all the time, it just wouldn't have gone down too well. And obviously with Esme, we were going back and forth to hospital a lot, and we just didn't know what was going to happen. So yeah, they live with my mum for quite a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. But obviously we went to see them literally like every day, so that's what happened with them. But now they've been back, we've been absolutely fine, to be honest. Like, they're so good with Esme. Esme absolutely loves them. She tries to stroke them all the time. And Ollie, as you've seen in videos, Ollie loves to try and lick her face. I don't really let them go too close, and I would never leave them really unsupervised with her. I know that she's obviously safe, and Ollie's kind of like a guard dog. If Rolo goes near her, Ollie tells him off. Not that Rolo would ever do anything to her. Rolo just wants to like see her and sniff her. But yeah, Ollie's definitely a guard dog. He loves her. But living with them both is absolutely fine. Like, we've definitely set into a routine now. In the mornings when Sam goes to work, I get up with the dogs and Esme, and I get Esme into her chair and start her feeding, and then I go and wake the dogs up and give them some breakfast and let them out, and then I look after myself last. So this is a recent one from Asda, which is so cute. I'm not very good at filming and talking, well, sorting and talking. I don't know if anyone else is good at that, or maybe now I realise why people take so long doing like makeup videos whilst they're talking, because they just get distracted. So the next question is, what's my favourite film? That's a really hard one. I can't say I have a favourite film. I love girly films, so I love anything with Julia Roberts in. So I love Pretty Woman, I love Erin Brockovich, what else do I like? Notting Hill, and then things like, a bit of a contrast, but things like Die Hard, what else? Home Alone, Elf. I love Christmas films, and I love Disney. Like, I can't really say what my favourite film is, but in terms of Disney films, I would say my favourite film is Beauty and the Beast, definitely. But I love things like Shrek and stuff like that as well, because me and Sam tend to watch that sort of thing, because he doesn't really like Beauty and the Beast or girly Disney films. I would probably say my favourite film is, let's just say Pretty Woman, because I don't know, but I do love Matilda. I've been watching that like quite a few times recently. So my favourite band and song, I can't say I've really got a favourite band. I tend to listen to whatever's on the charts really. I've said this before in my Get to Know Me tag, I think, but I just listen to whatever's in the charts. I like anything that is something I can sing along to, catchy. But I think if you'd ask like 12-year-old Shannon, then I would have said like McFly or something like that. I have seen them since being an adult, but yeah, definitely like 12-year-old Shannon or whatever liked McFly, and I used to have a poster of, I think, Dougie on my wall, and then my best friend told me that he used to pick his nose and eat it, so I kind of fell out with him. But I haven't got a favourite band anymore. I prefer like solo artists. I would say like yeah, I don't even like artists, to be honest. I prefer songs, but I like Anne-Marie, I like Lady Gaga's song Shallow. So at the minute that's still my favourite song. I don't know why, it's just really catchy to sing to. I love Amy Winehouse, I like Ed Sheeran, I like Sam Smith, things like that, just probably generic songs that everyone likes. So the next question is, what's your next dream holiday? So I think next holiday and dream holiday are very different things, because obviously there's no chance of me doing a dream holiday anytime soon with maternity pay, and also with Esme. There's no chance of us going abroad with Esme just because of her tube. So obviously in the future we would like to do that, but I wouldn't like to do it when she's too young, because the heat and stuff like that, it's not very good for babies, and also it's just not so it's just not so enjoyable. I'm gonna have to put the keep pile behind me now. So yeah, I would say mine anyway. I know Sam's next dream holiday would be Florida. We went in 2018. Yeah, just before we got our first house in 2018, and it was amazing. Like, I've been a couple of times. That was Sam's first time, and I know full well that he would love to go back. It's just amazing. Like, we're big foodies, so the food is just amazing over there. Obviously the parks, I absolutely love them. Sam's not like, he likes rides, but he's not a massive ride fan, but he loved it anyway. It's just the experience, isn't it? It's just amazing. I would say the next places I would like to go is somewhere like Canada or New York. That's definitely on my list of things to do. like Australia, things like that, but they're obviously expensive and far away places, so I'm not going to be doing them anytime soon with babies, but that is definitely on my to-do list in the future. But I would say like a realistic holiday, a first family holiday would probably be somewhere like Greece or Spain. Like, I've never been to Greece, but I would actually quite like to go, so that is definitely on my hopeful to-do list. My friend made this for Esme, but the writing's all coming off now. It says Esme Evans, but it's all coming off. But I'm going to keep that in her keepsake box. If anyone wants a video seeing what's in Esme's keepsake box, then let me know, but I'm just going to chuck this over there. The next question. If a celebrity was to play me in a movie, who would I want to play me? Well, in her younger days, I would definitely say Julia Roberts. Obviously said I absolutely love her, so I'd say her, because in Pretty Woman, like, you can't deny she is absolutely stunning, and who wouldn't want a body like that, or who wouldn't want her to play me? So yeah, definitely. Not even like I thought about that. The next question is, what's my favourite Christmas song? I absolutely love Christmas, so I would say I've got loads of favourite Christmas songs. I love, for some reason, the Michael Bublé Feliz Navidad one. I don't know why, because obviously it's not English, but I love that song. I think like All I Want for Christmas Is You. What else? I love anything Michael Bublé, to be honest, just because it's so like upbeat and cheery, but also like I think he has got quite a good voice. Got this most adorable pinafore. I got this off a site called Vinted. It's where you buy like really cheap secondhand things. So I've sold a few things on there. Basically it's like people list them and you can't bid or anything, but like you can buy bundles, and when you buy bundles you can get money off. So I think I paid like £2 for this or something. It's absolutely adorable, but I'm going to be selling that on, I think, because things like this don't fit well with Esme because of the nappies. It just doesn't fit well over the nappy area. Next tattoo idea. So if you don't know, I've got quite a lot of tattoos. I've got this one on my arm here, which is the Roman numerals for our wedding day, and then I've got a few others that sometimes, like, some symbolise stuff, some don't. So I would say my next tattoo idea would be something for Esme. I'm not quite sure what. How cute are these? That looks tiny now. I'm going to be putting these away because obviously they're too summery. At the start of winter I did put her in these with like the tights underneath or long sleeve vest, but yeah, it's too cold now and they're looking a bit small. Definitely want something for Esme. I'm not too sure about the cliche tattoos of like a stopwatch and stuff like that for Esme, but you never know. Like, I haven't actually come up with an idea. I might actually go on Pinterest at some point and have a look, but obviously with the way things are, there's definitely not going to be any tattoos anytime soon with lockdown, and also I can't afford it, to be honest, with maternity pay. Like, if I wanted a big piece, then obviously I can't afford it. I've also got bits, like, I'd have it on my leg probably, but I've got quite a few bits like dotted around on my legs, so if I had something else, like, it wouldn't really fit in with it. Like, I haven't necessarily stuck with one artist. All my tattoos are pretty much by different artists, and I haven't really, I should have really planned it, but I just didn't really think about what I wanted, and they're just kind of all over the place, to be honest. So yeah, that's definitely not good. Like, I don't necessarily regret them because I love them all, but I kind of regret how I got them or where I placed them, because I can't really just add to them. Well, I guess I could if I went to an artist and asked them to fit it in, I suppose, but yeah, I'd have to think about what I wanted for Esme, but something, I don't know whether I'd have her name, or I'm just not sure. Maybe I could get like her name on this arm, but then I think like if I had other children I would just end up with like a shopping list of baby names. To clarify, like, I don't want loads of babies, but you know what I mean, like it would just end up looking like that. This is one of my favourite outfits. I love this. My mum got Esme this. It's from Matalan. So the next question. Favourite Christmas film. So I love Christmas films. Like, me and my mum have been watching some recently. I love, absolutely love The Grinch. I love Home Alone, even though I'd watch them all year round, but they are kind of Christmassy. So I love Home Alone. I love the Die Hards, even though they're like a little bit Christmassy, but I still watch them. Oh, I love Grounded. Is it called Grounded? The Christmas film where the kids are all stuck in the airport. That one's good. Elf, definitely Elf. Yeah, that's definitely my favourite. I just wanted to show you these as well. My friend just gave me these the other day for Esme from her little girl. They're absolutely lovely. It's this like little red dress. It's in size 3 to 6, but it's actually pretty big. Like, this would definitely fit Esme for Christmas. It's a Sainsbury's one. That's absolutely adorable, and I'd wear that with, well, not me, I'd pair that with a long sleeve vest for Esme and some white tights, or I've even got red tights, so I'm not too sure. And then this gorgeous blue velvet one with little frilly collars and the buttons down the back. That one's a bit more fitted, but it definitely still fits her. And that was an M&S one, and that's again 3 to 6, so I'm really grateful for those. I absolutely love those. Favourite Nintendo Switch game. So this one's definitely from Tegan, because me and her love Nintendo Switch. So my favourite Nintendo Switch game is Animal Crossing. She definitely knows this as well. But yeah, I love Animal Crossing. I've been playing it for absolute years. I haven't really played it much since I've had Esme, and it's quite a funny story as well. The day I was in labour, and I didn't really know I was in labour, I was sat downstairs on the rocking chair and I was playing the Switch, and I was getting ready to do like a little cataloguing event. If you know what Animal Crossing is, then you know what that is. So I was doing that, and then I realised, well, I started having pains, so I ended up turning it off, thinking I'll come back on later and I'll invite people to my town to play. And I never actually invited anyone around, because obviously I ended up having Esme. And I didn't play it for months and months, and I went back on, obviously saw all these things from the day that I gave birth to Esme, basically. So yeah, I know that Tegan definitely still plays. I have played a couple of times. I did play a little bit around Halloween, because they have like the downloads and you can like catalogue new things. So I did play a bit of Halloween, but I haven't played it for a long time, to be honest. But I do miss it. So yeah, I will probably play it at some point soon, but that is definitely my favourite game. And I did actually film like an Animal Crossing town tour at some point. My town is not that good, because like I said, I haven't played for months and months because of Esme. But if anyone would love to see a town tour, then please let me know, because I didn't know if people were interested in that sort of thing. But that's something that I might consider doing. I thought Esme was awake then. So yeah, that was a bit of a ramble about Animal Crossing. So this one was bought for me. I think in a video you've probably seen Esme wearing this, but it's absolutely adorable. If you haven't, it's on my Instagram, her wearing this, and she's got the most gorgeous smile. This was bought for her by my friend when she first met Esme. It's like this little frilly bottom. It's quite creased because it's been in the drawer. She hasn't obviously wore this since September, but she should wear it again soon, because with some thick tights it'll be nice. And then it's got like these little pinafore straps, and oh my god, it is the cutest outfit. That was from Matalan. I'm so grateful that my friend got that. So this one from Tegan is quite a wacky question. She said, if I was to own a country, which country would I own? I don't really know the answer to that, to be honest. It's quite a weird question. I don't own the richest country, if I could afford it, obviously. So for example, like when an outfit comes with matching bottoms, then I always put it in here. I forgot this outfit. This is one of my favourites as well. This was bought by my mum. So it's this really cute jumper. It's got like a floral collar, and then it goes with these little matching pants, and honestly it's so sweet with some tights. So these are all of Esme's outfits. Obviously she's got some dresses in the wardrobe, but these are just a few outfits that she's got. So the next question is the final question, and it's advice to younger self. So what advice would I give to my younger self? So if I was to give myself some younger advice, I would say to myself quite a lot of things really. For one, I would say be patient, because it depends how young you're talking. Like if you're talking a couple of years ago, then I would definitely say be patient. When me and Sam were trying to conceive Esme, it did take a couple of years, so I was very, very strict to myself. So I read all of these things online about like, if you have a hot bath, it kills the sperm. If you eat certain things, like you can't get pregnant, or if the man eats too much acidity, it kills the sperm. Just like wearing tight jeans and stuff like that. I literally read so much stuff online. Some of it is maybe true, but some of it is just it got to the point where I was really obsessive, and I spent a lot, like I had some tests because obviously we didn't get pregnant for a while, and they all came back clear. And I remember crying to my mum saying like maybe I had polycystic ovary syndrome, and obviously I know that's not the end of the world, you can still get pregnant. Obviously I don't have polycystic ovaries, and we ended up getting Esme. So I think I would just say to my younger self, like, don't be so hard on yourself, like it does work out in the end. And obviously, oh well, I can't really tell myself, but I would say like we ended up with Esme, so just relax and it will happen when it happens. And if you relax, then you're more likely to conceive. So yeah, that's what happened for us. I would say maybe Rome wasn't built in a day. Like obviously with our first house, I went out and focused on trying to get it really nice and buying stuff and stuff like that, and being really unhappy with some like how things looked and stuff like that sometimes. But I think I just have to say to myself, like, be kind. Like, we worked so hard to get our first ever house and it turned out okay. So yeah, I think it's just about being kind to yourself and just thinking like it will happen, so just don't stress yourself out too much. Some of these t-shirts are so cute, but I don't think she's going to wear any of these now because it's too cold. I guess she could wear a cardigan. Yeah, completely different, but I would say to myself, like, don't stress, it will all come in the end and it all works itself out. And obviously anything you want to do, it's never too late, because I was kind of this type of person that thought, right, by the time I'm like 20 or 22 or even 25 like I am now, I want to be settled down, have a family, I want to be finish my career, I want to do stuff like that. And obviously that's not the way it works out. It took me a bit longer to go to uni because I went to sixth form and then I ended up having like not a gap, well yeah, a gap year, where I was just ended up working. So yeah, not everything happened in one go, but obviously that's the way it works out. You don't always need to do stuff straight away, so I would tell myself that, and just not to stress really, because I'm a massive stressor. So yeah, definitely don't need to do that. Can't believe Esme's still asleep. She's been asleep for ages now, but we literally had the worst night's sleep last night ever. So going back to about Esme sleeping, she's normally like not too bad. Like I said, she normally wakes up once in the night, but literally last night she was up like every hour and I'm literally exhausted. So I've got no makeup on today. You can probably see the bags under my eyes, but yeah, not looking too good today. Not looking too fresh. But it was a really hard night, to be honest, and I do feel for Sam because he had to get up for work at 6 this morning. Bearing in mind that we were literally up like, well, I was up, but obviously he has her too, so I was up every hour or so with Esme. I fed her an extra time last night because she just woke up and she just kept crying, and she just, I think it's teeth, but she hasn't got really any teeth coming through yet. So yeah, such a nightmare. But obviously I wouldn't change a thing because I absolutely love the bones of her. But yeah, it's not always as cracked up to be when it's a parent. It's quite hard. All of her, these are like the few short sleeve t-shirts I'm keeping, and these are like the fluffy joggers trousers that go over the cloth nappies. These are all the tights. I'm just keeping all of them because they're so cute. I've still got these long sleeve t-shirts to sort through, and then now I'm just sorting through these trousers. So what I'm going to do, because I've been recording for 37 minutes, I'm going to turn the camera off now, just finish these two last boxes, and I'll come back to you when I show you putting them back in the drawer. I think Esme's about to wake up. She's been asleep for an hour and a half, so I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the things that I've done. So firstly, here, this is clothes that I'm getting rid of. This is also clothes I'm getting rid of. These, and then this is clothes that I'm keeping. So I've got this box underneath here that's stuff to go in the loft, so they're going to go in there. So I just thought I'd show you the stuff in here. So like I said, there is a lot of stuff downstairs in the wash as well. These are all the long sleeve vests still. These are her jackets and jumpers. So this is like a little denim jacket. She's not wore that yet, but that's so cute. She's got her little furry gilet or gilet, however you say it, I don't know. A little jumper to match her joggers. These are jumpers. Cardigan, that's actually 69, but that can stay there. Cardigans, because these are actually dotted around in other drawers, so I've just moved them all into this drawer with the others. Down here is the pyjama drawer, so it's looking a lot empty. These are just short sleeve vests. She doesn't really wear them at the minute, but I'm keeping them just in case. And then these are obviously her pyjamas. There is a few more downstairs. And then in this drawer, they don't quite fit in because what I said before is the drawers are quite short or like narrow compared to our old set. So these are long sleeve, these two are long sleeve t-shirts, this is short sleeve t-shirts, and these are like short sleeve vests. So this is from Jojo Mama Beeb, and it's actually adorable. And it's got a little flowery collar, but she hasn't worn that yet, which is a bit of a waste of money, but I'm hopefully going to put her in that soon because I love that. These are like joggers. These are all like the trousers from Blade and Rose that fit over the cloth nappies, so I do love them, and they're just easy to throw on if she was like sick or something because they're just baggy. And then these are some joggers. These match one of the pink jumpers in the top drawer. These are all her trousers and leggings. She's got quite a lot, but I've definitely cleared out quite a lot too. And then these them little Ugg boots I showed you. And then that bottom drawer still is 69 that I need to go through. And then in this drawer it's looking a lot more empty, but I've got all of her outfits and then tights. So a lot of these tights will probably still fit her in 69 too, so I'm just going to keep them for now. And obviously they're all different colours and shades, and they've got different patterns on and stuff, so they match different outfits. And then she's got like a few hanging dresses as well in the wardrobe. So I'm going to leave that there for today. I'm going to obviously film future videos. Excuse my spots, but they're really bad. I'm going to film future videos about Esme's nursery, and I'm going to do a nursery tour at some point. If that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know. I really hope that you liked today's Q&A. I might in the future ask some more questions online if anyone's interested. If you're not already, follow my Instagram. It's down below. It's our_PRS_journey. So that'd be great. And I guess I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.